See, look, bro, the Pixel 8 Pro's a dope phone, but I'm split too, and it's y'all fault, and that's exactly what I'm about to go and talk about in the review. So I had the Pixel 8 Pro for about 2 months now, and I got a lot of stuff to tell y'all about. So I got some good stuff, but I definitely got some stuff that I ain't really feeling about that much, all right? There's a lot to dive into, so let's just go and get into it. So first off, I want to go and dive into the design. First things first, let's go and get straight into it. So the Pixel 8 Pro got a pretty good, like, safe design over here. Look pretty good, but ain't nothing too crazy like I seen before. But I feel like if you bring this thing outside, it's gonna look pretty decent, especially like if you seen things like the Pixel 7 Pro over here, they all look like pretty good phones. You got this metal bar here at the top, you got the camera lens, and then you got over here this like matte back over here. So the matte back we gonna talk about real quick. So this feel like the best matte back I ever felt in my life, bro. Like dead ass, it feel like silk or something. All my life I always been about these glossy phones or whatever like we got in the Pixel 7 Pro, and I'm still feeling that, but at the same time, like it hides fingerprints better, it just like feel good and everything. Like I don't know, Google did they shit with this for real. If you look at the front of the screen, you don't got that curved screen or nothing like that no more. You got like a flat display over here. So you might be feeling that, you might not. I don't really know where you lean with it. Me personally, I'm feeling this because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than it is for a curved screen. Because with a curved screen, you gotta get something like white stone dome for a screen protector. Screen protector is just a lot more hard with a curved screen or something, but when you got a flat display over here, you don't really gotta worry about that. You could just walk into Best Buy and then you good for that. You got the whole bunch here at the top, and then as for the actual build quality, it feel pretty decent to me, so I don't really feel like it's gonna break easy. I wouldn't want to drop it or nothing like that, but it definitely feels decent, and then they got a little bit of weight for it, so it definitely feels premium in that regard too. So the design, the build quality and everything, it's a go for me, but design is just subjective, so it could be different for you. I don't really know. But let me know how y'all feeling about this in the comments below. What y'all think about the design? So we gotta go ahead and talk about it, right? The obvious thing with Pixel phones, the camera. I did hella traveling with this Pixel 8 Pro, so I definitely got a bunch of pictures and videos to go ahead and show y'all, so check this out. Alright, so we're recording on the Pixel 8 Pro in 4K 30. We're in Madison, Wisconsin, and now we got this thing in 0.5x. So we got the ultra wide. Now we got the regular 1x. Let me know what y'all think about this. I don't think this was here last time. That big old question mark. Look, this is probably the nicest library I've ever seen. It definitely is. This is why I love this city, because the architects is just amazing up in there. And that's gonna be the pictures and videos on the 8 Pro, so let me know how y'all feeling about this in the comments below. But just like me, as always, I don't got no issues with the 8 Pro camera. Like, it always look good to me with the pixels. Like I always say in these videos, I mean, it's called a Pixel for a reason, because it's known for the whole camera thing. Now, it ain't perfect, obviously, like we definitely gotta establish that, but it definitely hit a lot of marks. So I wanna go ahead and tell y'all some of the things I don't like about it. So with the camera, we definitely got a lens flare issue like we had for a minute now. So pixels, I don't understand why Google can't figure this out, because Samsung don't got this issue, Apple definitely do got the issue, but I don't even think Motorola do. If you take pictures of videos, or it don't even really matter what you're doing, if you're just using the back camera, you're gonna see that there's lens flare up on there. So I guarantee you, if you go outside and you like point this thing at street lights, then you definitely gonna see what I'm talking about. So just try it yourself if you got this. Or maybe if you even got the 7 Pro or the 6 Pro or whatever, just go ahead and try it on your phone and then you'll see what I'm talking about. It just frustrates me so much because it's just so distracting and annoying, Google. Come on, man, figure it out. With that being said though, besides the lens flare, like the pictures and video quality, it actually looked pretty good to me. And they actually really improved on the video this year. So video is kind of so-so in the last years with the 6 Pro and the 7 Pro and whatever else, but the 8 Pro, they definitely upgraded the hardware. Now it's still definitely very much a software camera, because like I think that's how they always been. Google's a software company. Google ain't really never been a hardware company. They always been software, and then that's why they put so much work in the software for their cameras. I feel like if you just took away the Google camera app and then you just like use something else, I don't think it would be nowhere near the same. So that's what I'm saying. Like the Google camera app is definitely saving this phone, because if it wasn't for the Google camera app, then like this thing would definitely be going down the list with the other phones. But it is nice that you also got things like you got the 30 times zoom up on there. So I use that a lot. Like that's just like always been my thing ever since the S20 Ultra came out. The super far zoom in these cameras is probably the best thing that these manufacturers started doing to these phones nowadays. Now, when I record YouTube videos on this over my S23 Ultra, Nah, probably not, because Samsung's still definitely up there, but I definitely wouldn't sleep on this. Because you also got the AI stuff up in here, which I'll actually talk about here in a second. And that's for the front camera. I don't really take front camera selfies or just selfies at all, but at the same time, no, like if you're doing Google Meet or whatever, I feel like it's gonna look good on here. All right, so now let's go and talk about the software on the Pixel 8 Pro. So honestly, that's the whole highlight of the Pixel 8 Pro this year. It's just the software. They ain't really talking about the hardware too much. They definitely talking about the hardware, which I'll talk about that in a second, but the software is just like the main point of this. So if you've seen any Pixel 8 Pro ads, it's all software. They talk about the AI stuff and just whatever else that came with the Pixel 8 Pro this year. It's just all AI. And AI was just a whole big thing in general this year. So like we actually in the 21st of December right now. So we about to hit 2024. But yeah, literally everything that they're talking about with the Pixel 8 Pro is just AI. So I'll go ahead and show you a couple things here. So we got this magic wand here at the bottom, and I'm gonna go and tap on this, and then we got different options here. Like we got the sky I can go ahead and change. So it's generating some things right now. So I can basically change the sky to whatever I want to. So we're gonna get a few different options. So we got this, we got that, we got that. And then it's just a different options to go ahead and play with if you want to. Just to go ahead and spice up your pictures a little bit. And then we got golden hour. Let's go and click on that. And then we're just generating some more stuff. So again, we got a few different options here with the sky and everything. So, I mean, there's some pretty good options. Now let's go to the water here. So we got the Miami water. And as you can see here, I mean, it's all the way here to the right, but you can see how the water does change a little bit. So, I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, a lot of this just gimmicks. Like, when am I ever going to use this? Now you do got some other things where you can go ahead and take like a group photo, and then you can go ahead and make it where if somebody's eyes is closed or something, you can make it look like they're actually smiling or just have their eyes open. Basically, if you catch somebody lacking in the photo, then you can go ahead and fix that on the Pixel 8 Pro. Now, me personally, I ain't got no friends, so I can't do that. But at the same time, no, I hear it's cool because I seen on the videos that it looked like it worked good. So, I mean, that's cool. All right, so real quick, I just want to say shout out to my sister-in-law, Nicole, man. She the one over here. And she helped me really figure out like this best take stuff because I got family out here and like they went ahead and visited for the holidays, whatever. But check this out. So I think you need to have some like live photo on or something like that, but I'm gonna go and click on edit and then watch this. I'm gonna go over here to tools. You see we got best takes, so it depends on the picture. And I heard that they said you can go and get a picture from another phone, but I couldn't figure that out yet. But check this out. So I'm gonna go over here to my brother over here. So this is my brother, one of my brothers anyway. And you can see I can go and select through these pictures, and then we got some different options. You can see it's changing a little bit there. So it looked pretty realistic, man. We got my little baby niece over here. That's Ayana. So I love that girl, man. But you can see over here, that looks actually like, that looks convincing. That looked like that actually happened. Then we got his girl over here, Savon. Let's see what she looked like over here. And look, she even got like a little smiling and everything. Look, that's dope, man. And then we got me over here. Let me go ahead and see, go alternate that a little bit. So this is not really anything for me. And then we got my other brother over here, Jeremy. So you can see here, I can go and change the eyes. This is just different shots from other pictures. Well, basically just burst shot. But I'm telling y'all, man, best take is actually legit for sure. And they just got a whole bunch of other different features that's gonna take way too long to cover, but it's just pretty much all about AI this year, bro. It's got a lot of AI stuff, and it's just a lot of gimmicks, so it's just really not practical stuff that we got. It's cool that we got it, but it's still it's not that practical, all right? So again, Google, I appreciate that you gave us these features, but like, ain't nobody using this shit. Like, let's be real here. And again, Google, I do appreciate that you sent me this phone, so shout out to Team Pixel, hashtag gift from Google, but I'm gonna keep it real here, okay? But as for using the phone, it feels very smooth, ain't really no lag with this thing, and then just as for gaming, it runs all right too, so it's not the best out there, but it's definitely running pretty decent. And also with the Pixel 8 Pro, you get 7 years of updates on this thing, so I don't know who gonna keep their Pixel 8 Pro for 7 years, but at least we get it, right? Hopefully anyway. We know how Google is. But with Google, so you're gonna get that stock Android experience and everything, so you're gonna get like as stock as Android as you can get with it. So all right, let's go and talk about the screen up on here. So again, we got a flat screen over here, ain't no curves and nothing like that on the older Pixels. We got a completely flat display over here. This is just like maybe the tiniest little bit of curve over here, but that's not gonna matter for your screen protector, so you should be good on that. But you got 1440p, so when you pull up YouTube, you can get them crispy videos. Now, you can't turn it down so you can get longer battery life, but I'm like, bro, this phone costs this much, I'm gonna get the most I can out of it. You should too. You shouldn't be worried about your battery life. Like, if you're spending $1,000 on this Pixel 8 Pro, because that's how much it costs, use your features, all right? If you're spending all this money on the phone for features, then I'll see why you wouldn't use the features that you bought. But if you pull up YouTube or something, you got HDR up on here, so you got the full clarity videos. It's not gonna look like something like a Samsung screen, but at the same time, no, it's gonna look good. It's not that far from Samsung screens though, and Samsung screens are pretty much just like my go-to for screens. So I think that's just how it's always been for me. But yeah, that's how the screen's gonna do you. So now we're gonna go and do a sound quality test. I'm gonna go and pull up my boy Chucky Beats, and I know I'm listening to a microphone, or you're listening to a microphone rather, and it's not gonna be like if you listen in real life, obviously, but I gotta try something, all right? I can't go knocking down your door to go and do a speaker test for you. Go to the Best Buy store or something to go ahead and hear for yourself, but you can hear it through the speakers too if you want to. Your speakers or phone, whatever. Chucky Beats snapped through this one for sure though. Shout out to Chucky Beats for this one. So it definitely do get pretty loud. As you get louder, the bass gonna decrease. So the mids and the highs and the lows or whatever else, it's pretty alright. It's nothing too special or nothing. But the speakers is definitely valid though, so cool. Now we at this part of the video where we're gonna go and hit on the likes and the dislikes. And we're gonna go and start with the likes up on here. And the first like is the flat screen. Like I was telling y'all, the flat screen up on here is clutch, man, because like with the white stone domes, they ain't cheap. I think I spent like 50 bucks or something like that per like 2-pack. And I'm telling y'all, it's a hell of a lot more work putting on that screen protector versus just using adhesive up on here. Plus, like if you're watching videos and you get distracted by them curves, you ain't really gonna notice it's getting distracted by them curves. Hold on, that's not always a bad thing. But if curve screens bother you, then you're gonna love the Pixel 8 Pro because they ain't got none of that. Another like I got about it is that we got Wi-Fi 6E up on here. So even though Wi-Fi 7 is about to come out, which y'all need to chill the hell out, bro, because I can't even keep up with y'all. It's still cool that we got Wi-Fi 6E though, because if I use it with my fiber, like AT&T fiber internet, then I could get over a gig up and down with it. Over a gig up and down on Wi-Fi is crazy. And I know if I'm be watching this video like years down the line, I'm gonna be like, damn, that was it. But still, for right now, that's crazy speeds to see, and I'm glad that we got it on the 8 Pro. Another like I got about it is this thing right here. So let me go and zoom in real quick. And as you can see right here, we have this temperature sense over here. So even though it's a damn gimmick, I'm still glad that we got it, all right? I ain't even used this thing since my unboxing, but I'm glad that Google tried something still. Next is that the face unlock can actually be used for sensitive stuff. So like if you're logging into a bank account or whatever, you're using Google Pay, you can use the face unlock for that. So the same way that banks be asking for a fingerprint, your Pixel automatically already starts scanning your face while it's waiting for you to scan your fingerprint. And also another thing I like about it is all the AI stuff. So even though that basically everything's a gimmick, it's still, again, cool that we still got something to try with. I'm not gonna be mad when the company give me options, even if it is a gimmick. Like, at least we still got it though. At least they're trying to do something. That's what I'm saying right now. But now we gotta go and talk about the dislikes about this thing, cause woo, I'm about to start contradicting the hell out of myself, but it gotta be done, all right? Let's go and start for the face unlock, which basically never works. So if you're, especially in your room and you're using like your TV as a light or something, it's not gonna unlock your face. And it even sometimes don't even work in the daytime, like in bright lights like this. Now, of course, it's obviously gonna work like in an environment like this because I'm sitting in front of the camera. So yeah, obviously it's gonna work. But as soon as I get off that camera, it's just not gonna work no more. Like I said, especially if it's just a teeny tiny bit dark, nah, don't even rely on it. Use the fingerprint. Which brings me to my next dislike, which is the fingerprint. So you really can't win with this, bro. The fingerprint just really ain't all that. Especially compared to Samsung, it just don't work at all, especially when it's cold, right? So I live in the Midwest. It's like, what's the temperature outside? So 40 degrees, it's actually kind of warm out here. Out here in Kenosha, Milwaukee, Chicago, and this whole area right here, it get cold, okay? It definitely get cold in the winter, and when it get cold, it don't want to work for me. So I have to hope to God that the face unlock's gonna work, because if the fingerprint ain't working, I just gotta put in my pin. Another thing is that it just charges way too slow, man. Like it probably takes an hour and a half for this thing to charge, and Google always had a problem with like their phones just charging slow. Now I know some of y'all gonna defend the hell out of this, and I'm about to go and shut y'all down real quick, because the fast charging itself is not gonna degrade the battery. The heat is what's gonna degrade the battery. It don't matter how fast you charge your battery, that's not gonna degrade it. But yeah, it takes about an hour and a half to go and fully charge this thing through a wire. If I go and do that with my S23, it's probably gonna take that long on a wireless charger. So the next dislike I got about it is that there's no pro video mode. So we do have a pro photo mode, which is actually pretty cool to see. We got all the options up in here that you expect from a pro mode, but we don't got no pro video mode up on here, which I personally feel like would be the most helpful for me. Hopefully they'll put that in the Pixel 9 Pro or something like that, but we don't got that in here. And the last dislike I got about it is that I just really don't care about any of this AI stuff. They're all gimmicks. And the crazy part about it, again, like I said earlier, the AI stuff is the highlight of this phone. The highlight of this phone is a gimmick. That's just crazy to me that the main highlight of this phone is a gimmick, bro. It just, I don't know what to say about it. Now, with that being said, I know I said some harsh stuff, but let's go and talk about it. Do I recommend the phone? Do I give it the Jennings stamp of approval? Even with all that stuff, I still do. But at the same time, I say it with this. I recommend it as long as you know your other options. So the S23 Ultra and all that, know that that's out there. It might be more expensive than the Pixel 8 Pro, but at the same time, though, me personally, I would use that over the Pixel 8 Pro. But for $999, it definitely did go up in price from the Pixel 7 Pro over here. But at the same time, though, I mean, I feel like it's still definitely worth the money. It's just like, it got a lot of gimmicks up on here. If you don't really care about changing the color of your sky and whatever else, then I feel like you're gonna be happy with your Pixel 8 Pro, especially if you're coming from a 7 Pro or something. Which honestly, I shouldn't even say that. So if you do have a Pixel 7 Pro, I would not get an 8 Pro. Just stick with your 7 Pro because it's basically the same thing, but with AI. You do got some video improvements, like I said before, but at the same time, though, it just makes sense to stick with the 7 Pro. And with that, y'all, I'm about to go and get up out of here. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and hopefully I finally fixed the audio issue because I'm finally recording with a Sony ZV-1 again. I want to give actual cameras a chance again on my channel, but just keep it a buck with y'all. I just don't know shit about cameras, so that's what I'm learning right now. But I appreciate y'all for coming through. Hopefully I enjoyed this, man. I'm gonna go and get up out of here, man. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, go and give this video a like. And if you really liked it, go and subscribe. But go and follow me on my social media at Eccentric on Instagram and X and Facebook, but Instagram and X are most active. But my camera battery's about to literally die in about 3 seconds, and this thing keep overheating, so I gotta go and get up out of here. But for real though, man, appreciate y'all for coming through. I'm gonna get up with y'all later. Peace out.